welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about patch 7 of Sons of the Forest. So this is the 7th update that they've added, and they've added quite a lot of things. In fact, this is the largest update they've added. So the first thing that they added was actual trophies. So in the forest, whenever you killed something, you can chop off its head and use it as a trophy and place it on a wall. Well, they have that in Sons of the Forest now. It's a lot different, kind of, but it's really simple. It only takes up one stick and you just place it on a wall. But there are about 10 different heads, including people. You can place a person's head on this wall. But it gets as small as a squirrel's head to a moose. So, you know, keep in mind how much space you're going to be taking up whenever you do this. So the next thing that they added was actually window blinds. It's kind of cool, but it's not really that advanced. It's really simple, actually. You just get 1/4 of a log, and if you have a window, then you can place it on there and have these curtains. Yeah, it's pretty simple. There's not really much to it other than that, and you can open and close it. But really quickly, they also added a new gun. It's been a while. The rifle. This thing is more of a hunting rifle, if you ask me. It's pretty good for hunting. And it can pretty much one-shot a lot of the cannibals. And I don't know about the mutants, but it also, whenever they put it in the inventory, they had to move around a lot of other stuff. The next thing they did was change where the laser positioning was on the shotgun. Before, it was right where, you know, it'd be blocking where you can see. You wouldn't be able to see anything, because it was right where you were looking when aiming down on the shotgun. But now they've actually put it to the side whenever you use it. Just like the log walls, they also added the same window blinds for the stone walls too. Now the mechanics for the blinds and doors work the exact same way, so you don't have to worry about memorizing how many logs or stone you need to have for each thing. Now, with the doors added, you can also make a fully stone house without needing any logs, other than, obviously, for the doors and blinds. Something that you won't actually see in this video, but I am going to go ahead and tell you about, is the decorative frogs. Yeah, that sounds pretty weird, but it's actually just frogs in ponds. Nothing too special. And another thing is actually they added new like pickups for the story, and also a new boss. Now I will get to touch on the boss, but what I won't get to is actually the cutscene. Now the way it works, and this is kind of a spoiler, at the end of the game, whenever you walk towards the helicopter, it's actually the same person that knocked you out in the beginning, turned into a mutant, and, you know, kind of gets out the ground, crashes one of the helicopters, and you have to fight it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Something already in the game was the log holders, and, well, they didn't have that for stone at first. But now they do, and it holds a pretty decent amount of stone. Now, there isn't really much to it other than it takes a few sticks, and it takes up a lot of space. It's really simple, but it does hold up a lot of stone, which is pretty important, since stone is pretty much, you know, the same building type as logs. You're going to need a lot more of it, though. Something they also finally added was drivable golf carts. Now, a lot of people have been wanting these, and while not every golf cart in the map is drivable, there are very few. But they are about 50% slower than the Night V, but they're still really fun. Honestly, I just prefer this over the Night V, and it kind of reveals why they have all the trails over the map, so that you can actually get around in the golf cart. Now, its battery life is pretty short from what I realized. You can't really go across the entire island with it, but it's still a really, really fun thing that you can drive around, and yeah. Now, Kelvin and Virginia cannot get in the golf cart with you yet, but I'm sure they will add that at some point. But if you're playing multiplayer, your friends can. Oh, yeah, they also added cultists. They do absolutely nothing but just sit there dead. I mean, I don't really know the story about these guys, but yeah, they're in this area now. Something that will shatter the hearts of a lot of people that play hard survival is that now dirty water is everywhere. To get clean water, you actually have to boil it, or well, I'm sure there's other ways to get clean water, such as the rain catcher that's made out of a turtle shell. But yeah, now you can't just drink water from whatever stream you want. You actually have to boil it or get it from the rain. To boil it, all you have to do is find a pot, and there's plenty of them around the island. Fill it up with dirty water and put it on the fire and tell it to boil it. It's not very difficult, but if you're not near a water stream, it might be difficult getting water. One of the biggest things that they added to this update, quite literally, is the boss. I mean, like, it is large. It's probably more, I think it's more difficult than the demon boss that you find in the cave. But yeah, and this thing has some weird mouth that it just spits out mutants. So, not only do you have to deal with this thing throwing rocks at you and charging towards you, you also have to deal with it spitting out more mutants. So, this is a pretty difficult end boss, and if you're not prepared, you will die. And even if you are prepared, you're probably more likely going to die multiple times. Now, I have God mode on in this game mode, so you can't actually see me dying, but yeah, this thing is brutal. You can't get away with it. Like, the only way I think that you can get away with it is a golf cart. Like, you have to get in a golf cart and run as far as possible. There is no way to outrun this thing, and it will probably kill you whenever you first try and beat it. So, if you like this video, if you don't mind checking out my Sons of the Forest survival series, it'd be really appreciated. Currently, I'm only on episode 1, but I plan on getting the rope gun for the next episode. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.